With this video, we would like to present our special issue at the Journal of Public Policy and Marketing, which is entitled Marketing to Prevent Radicalization, Developing Insights for Policies. Our world is becoming more polarized than ever before, with a growing number of extremist groups spreading radical worldviews. Although there are countless examples of events linked to violent radicalization, the riots at the US Capitol on January 6, 2021 struck the public's consciousness with extreme sadness and disbelief. On this day, political radicalization turned deadly as groups of armed individuals climbed up the walls and then poured through the windows of the US Capitol. Although this example is particularly striking, it is not an isolated event by any stretch, with many events reported almost daily in different countries.
Disturbed by this uncomfortable new reality, we set out on a mission 2 years ago to add marketing voices to the conversations about radicalization issues. Since radicalization has been rarely addressed in a discipline, at least not directly, we ask ourselves the following questions. What can we do in marketing to address radicalization issues? How can marketing help policymakers and society prevent acts of violence which are motivated by radicalization, especially online radicalization? Where should we start? Answering this question is the specific purpose of the special issue entitled Marketing to Prevent Radicalizations, Developing Insights for Policies. To do so, we propose a first attempt at organizing the emergent fields of what we call marketing to prevent radicalizations and delimiting its domains. This effort of organizations relied on 6 insightful articles, 2 invited commentaries from researchers in criminology and political science, and 4 research articles from different marketing scholars.
Now, as displayed in our Table 1, we identify 4 domains of interest to get ourselves started as marketing scholars. These 4 domains are misinformation, disinformation, and conspiracy, a topic that refers to the development and sharing of conspiracy theory. The second domain is violence, hate, and terrorism, a domain that includes jihadist propaganda, political or domestic violence and terrorism, and violent civil unrest. Third, discrimination, exclusion, inequity, and racism, which refer to the exclusion of consumers with different cultural, racial, or other backgrounds, or any form of inequitable treatment in the marketplace. And last, lack of confidence in institutions and controversial nature of advocacy. A last topic that speaks to the political advocacy made by firms or brands in favor of left or red-oriented issues and movements displaying their lack of trust in institutions.
It's important to highlight that the different domains should not be considered in isolation, and that most domains tend to overlap to a great extent. As a matter of fact, the appropriate way to understand these domains is to consider their intersections with one another. A given article rarely belongs to a unique domain, and it usually integrates notions associated with many domains. For instance, the first 2 domains, misinformation, disinformation, and conspiracy being the first one, and violence, hate, and terrorism being the second one, share many commonalities. The conspiracy theories discussed in echo chambers are important drivers of violence, hate, and terrorism. In turn, the act of violence committed for a given ideology create content that is shared in the echo chambers. Basically, there is a strong mutual connection between these 2 domains. Because of their nature, radicalization issues traditionally have been addressed in disciplines other than marketing and consumer behaviors, such as criminology, history, political science, religion studies, and sociology. This special issue aims to bridge these disciplinary canyons by inviting researchers from different disciplines to interact and show openness to each other's ideas. We try to do so by inviting commentaries from researchers in political science with Jim Piazza and criminology with the work of Lenz and Shaw.
In our opinion, the content of this special issue represents an effective starting point to get marketing involved in the discussion about radicalization. We would like to use this opportunity to claim in the strongest terms possible that marketing has an important role to play in understanding, preventing, and decreasing the occurrences of events motivated by radicalization. As a final word, we would like to sincerely thank the co-editor-in-chiefs of HPPNM, Maura and Kelly, for their vision and support during this whole process. We hope you will enjoy reading the special issue. Thank you.